Hello guys and welcome back again to another episode of a Quickie Look. Today, although a little bit late, I am taking a look at Cults and Daggers. A grand strategy game of sorts, setting in between the time of birth of Jesus and Buddha. Between that time. Jesus, Buddha, between them. And in the game, of course, you are supposed to create your own cult and dominate the world, or, well, not really dominate, well, yes, dominate and bring hope and save the world from something evil, basically. You're gonna see that in the opening cutscene. But first, you have the options menu with every possible option in the game. There's music volume and sound effects volume and autosave and show news and full screen on and off. The game doesn't take that much power, you would say. So if you have a bad computer, I don't have any other word for that, then the game might be for you if you enjoy grand strategy. It is the time between the death of Buddha and the birth of Christ. Yeah, I think this is a little bit too slow. In my honest opinion, a little bit too slow. You could take a timer here. I could go to the bathroom. I could go into the fridge and get a snack or something. The old earth gods are, alright, getting to the toilet. And I'm back. Stirring if they cannot rule. I'm gonna go to the fridge. And I'm back. Creation, they will destroy it. So yeah, basically, the old earth gods are the bad guys here. And apparently we have actual other gods who are good enough to stop these old gods somehow through its disciples, which you will see in the game. Another hiccup, yay! Across the doomed empire, Alexander wrought. Mystery cults see the omens in the stars. I mean, imagine if this would be the speed for Star Wars. Just take that into consideration and imagine why that would be a bad thing. They have 7 ages to save. The soul of the world. And it's another gameplay mechanic we will be talking about. Come on! I'm on the verge of should I edit the slowness bits away or just letting you see this stupidity. This is silly. This is just play. Okay, there is no more text. You don't have to scroll that all the way up there. You really do, don't you? You really want to do that. Thank you. Are you going away soon? Oh, stuff. Yes, this is how you create your cult. First of all, you can choose your name for it. Let's make something. I'm really bad with names. Sometimes I get them and sometimes I don't, so the cult of, and you can't do space for some reason, so I'm gonna highlight the big letters. The cult of Badger. The cult of Badger. And here you can choose what deity you are. Kinda. Lots of weird old pictures of deities and gods from, I guess, a bunch of cultures. I like this seashell. I'm gonna show you a couple of more. There we go. But I'm gonna go with the seashell. And here you can change the color of the seashell. Of course, it's a seashell. So, we're gonna go with blue. It's in the ocean. One thing about the background here It looks very familiar to me. Like a screensaver or something. It doesn't really fit in here, but what you gonna do? And here you can choose your power for your cult. For example, martyrdom. Each time one of your disciples is murdered, you gain hope. Assassins are better at killing. Wanderers are fast when they're traveling. Adventurers get bonuses when they fight evil. Double dealers. There's all kinds of evangelical. The builders. I like this. When you travel all over the place, your disciples will tell stuff to other people in the countryside, and that will get you hope. We will talk about that later. And here you can choose your prophet. I'm not sure what this actually does, but each time you start a new game, it gives you 3 random prophets, and then you choose one of them. It doesn't really tell you what their stats are. That might be also randomly generated, I'm not sure. But you choose one of these, and these kinda tell you a little bit about what they're doing and where they start from. Let's start at Rome, because why not? My cult is complete. And here we are. Here we have our man, Ortus, in the cult of Rome. No, this is a cult of Badger, and he's in Rome now. Here is our skills. Here is the normal skill, and here it is if it's buffed in any way or another. So teaching is pretty much a recruiting skill. You always roll to these and see if you can actually do anything. Hiding, 16, if you need to hide from other cults, disciples, so you need to hide and not getting killed. If your hiding is good enough, they can't find you and kill you if they enter the town. Killing, well, yeah, that's the same thing basically, but you're doing the killing. Occult, you can do this basically in any town you can to raise the occult skill. The occult skill, what I gather, is to make things go to shit. At least that's what I understood it. If you go to an enemy town, enemy controlled town, and start practicing occult there, the people of that town will feel the evil of what you're doing, and they will think that the cult in charge of that town is responsible for it. That's how I understood it. And that way, if you get caught, you lose a bunch of followers. But if you succeed, the enemy cult is gone. So that's how that works. Persuasion, that's just used to get control of a town. Like here in Rome, you want to persuade the nobles to join your cult, and that way you get control of the town when you have the noble families in with you. Preaching is just preaching to the crowds, and you get followers from that. And here you have some other interesting details, like the age of your disciple and his hidden level. When it goes to 0, you are visible to everyone. Current orders and location and destination. Special ability, God's Messenger. I haven't really seen what that means actually, but I would of course think that he can recruit people because his teaching skill is higher than anything else he has. But anyway, we have other disciples as well, as shown here, number 3 out of 5. We can have 5 disciples in the first age. We will get to that later. And he is in this town. And our 3rd disciple is in Carthage, doing stuff. Oh, we also got this guy also has a special ability, Magus, and that of course means that he delves into the occult. So we can do all sorts of funny stuff with that. Let's see what this guy was. He is no one. He's just a piece of shit. So every turn you decide the actions for your disciples, what they will do in the town or by themselves. At the start of the game you can't really do anything to the town, but here are the options nonetheless. You can build temples, you can blaspheme, and then that way also shift the blame on another cult. But you need certain skills to get that done without you getting caught yourself. You can rob temples, you also take the coin and stash it in your own temples. Subvert, you can subvert cities, weakens them, and in their resolve. And here you have a strengthening it. If you, this is for enemy cities, you can subvert them to make them think that they shouldn't expand and get more. With expanding, you get more followers, possibly. And in the strengthening section, you just make it so that, yeah, you just make the city bigger and stronger. And the second age, there are wars you must fight. Well, you don't fight, but the cities fight with themselves, and that way you don't control the conflict, but you can help the conflict indirectly by strengthening and weakening cities. Alright, so we will do some recruiting. We will put the big guy with a teaching skill to actually recruit, because he's the best and he will probably get a better recruits. I would guess that means that. So at the moment we will check. These things are evil things that just happen everywhere around the world. What that means is you need to go in there and do a skill check and try and defeat the evil that is here. We will bring one hope to the world by vanquishing the evil in this. So that will require a persuasion of 4, and we have 14, so we can just send this guy on his way. But I will think also that this guy will recruit someone in this town. We will try to recruit someone, and then we can send him back here and have this guy in charge, have someone in that city to take charge of it. So we will also make him recruit. Yeah, a bit of a villain in this line of work. That's all religions for you. And of course this guy, let's see of course if this is something. Yeah, this requires a bit more. Killing 21 and occult 21. What do you have? Oh yeah, you're the shit one, you don't have anything. So yeah, you're gonna preach to the masses, because that's probably the only thing you can do well. So after you've done that, you just, at this first turn, you don't have anything you can do. So we're gonna just go into the next turn. The faction that has the most face usually gets a big bonus at the end. And you of course get all sorts of news every month on what happens in the world. See, there's a sporting scandal. Urgh. How dare they? We got a new disciple in Rome. Good work, Ortus. He has a hood. We can't see who he is. And teaching skill improved even more. So that's good. Well, but someone has seen us recruiting in Rome. So that's a little bad, I would presume. And we also got the one in Carthage, so that's good. And every now and then you get these, one that the root begins. Great hope and great evil. So after a while those news get a little annoying and you just click through them because you just can't deal with it. There's so many of them. But if you ever want to watch them again, you can just go and probably click this. No, eating serpent, no. It was this button, was it not? Shows the summary of the last month's news. So, yeah, but for some reason it always comes into here. The big things in the world, not your cult specifically, but your big things in the world, they always happen here. At this eating serpent, the snake who devours itself. But now that we have some more disciples in our hands, we can actually do stuff. Yes, Now, what did we need here? It was just preaching, persuading for. Alright, let's see if this guy is better at persuading than the other one. Nope. You will go then. You will be ordered to move to here. And while she's on the move, we will start. What I found the most important thing is to persuade nobles and get the control of cities. I found that that was the most important thing you could ever do. After that, again, we just will get our next turn. All kinds of nice. When you get further into the game, you get all kinds of interesting things also happening here. Not that much. There's no personality per se in many of these things. Like you would say in Crusader, the other grand strategic games from Paradox. I keep forgetting their names because I'm not really that interested in them, but I get the feel that they have better charm in them with all the things that can happen, and you can influence things, creating your family legacies and all that. And after a while, when you've gone through enough, when you gain enough faith and hope and things, you can open this little screen. And again, we have some screensaver backgrounds here. I do not understand this. And here is all kinds of stuff you can do to appease your own gods. Like ceremony of year. All disciples immediately gain a hidden level, so that's something if you need to do. And here was another thing somewhere. Where is it? Do they? Oh, here they are. Transformation. You can transform your disciples into creatures of heaven or hell or something. That's amazing. I did that once with a disciple, and she was amazing. She didn't know how to persuade anyone or preach to anyone, but she got massive stat boosts in killing and occult. She was this, on the picture it was a floating head and something coming through where the food tube and breathing tube would be, some flying off into the distance. And the weirdest thing happened there was she fell in love and she started a family. A floating head started a family, fell in love and started a family in some distant shack in somewhere in the outlands. That was just silly. But anyway, all kinds of stuff you can do. Buff your guys up, travel speed, just turning them into all kinds of weird creatures. Get money from everyone, and all kinds of stuff. And now we defeated the evil in this one place in the world, as you can see. We send our guy here, and he, of course, because it only requires 4 persuasion skill to get this area to be cleansed, you could say. And so we got some hope, and well, later you get other rewards also when you do these things, but at the moment you just usually get hope. And now after that, kind of annoying is that he immediately starts voyaging back to where he started from, and would be here. I would like to, if I could, order him or her, whatever she is, to go from here perhaps over here again, even though she probably can't do anything. We will, well, she could. Her occult is big enough, and her search is just above the thing she needs to have. But anyway, if you let these things actually, leave them be for the time they have there, for this is 23 months, we just leave it there and we will not do anything to it. All these cities that are connected to it seen by the purple line, they will go berserk. Madness will rise in there. Paranoia and every kind of weird shit goes down in these places, and you don't really want to be in them. I don't know actually what it does to your cults being blamed for that shit or something. I don't actually know what happens there, but usually it's bad, and you generally don't want that to happen. Unless it, of course, happens next to your enemy cities. Then, of course, you might want to let that happen. But at the same time you let that happen, this bar here, the soul of the world, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when it reaches the top, it would presumably explode and die. A horrific death. That's something I would presume would happen. See here, one of the other enemy cults tried to blaspheme us, and they fucked up, and they were killed. Well, they wouldn't blaspheme us, they were blaspheming a actual religion, you would say, in the city, and tried to blame it on us and or another cult. Well, they fucked up, and they got killed. So if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get killed in the game. So one goal. Now we got. I placed one of our guys to do something in the occult, and I want to show you this power up we can do with our guys, and yeah, this is one of them. You can change them into a creature, so we will see what happens. To be fair, it requires occultism and all that. I don't think that's a good sound effect for it. I understand for other buffs and other stuff, but this is transforming a human being into a monstrosity of God's creation. A simple doesn't really fit to me, even though, yeah, when you think about other games like Bayonetta 1 and 2, those creatures are God's creatures are also fucking ugly at times, but they still get a triumphant godly choir, so maybe it is okay, but I still would like some sort of more menacing sound for that. But anyway, I'm nitpicking here. And that'll happen next month, so you will see that happen very soon. Also, I forgot to show you this screen, of course, at the same time as I was talking about the soul of the world. You always win if you have the most hope. And every time you win an age, you get a little golden star. You did well, boy. You did very well. Have a gold star. Look, we're in fucking preschool here. The fate of the world is hanging upon us and we get gold stars. Seriously. But anyway, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ages in this, and I'm not sure, because I've never gotten that far yet. If you need every single one of them to win, or most of them, to win the game. But you win every age when you have the most hope. And you get the most hope by having the most faith, and doing other stuff. For some reason, we're still have the most faith at 2, and none of the others have anything. They're fucking up very much, actually. I don't know what we're doing right, actually. But we do get hope from that, as we are bards, and if we just travel around, we get random hope almost every turn. So let's end the month and see the transformation. Someone has been transformed. I wasn't sure who it was there. We again bring most of the hope in the world. We also get faith for something. I don't know what. I really don't understand where you get faith. That's the weird thing. I haven't gotten it down yet. Controlling cities and having people there, I'm not sure. I don't understand it, actually. Where is our monster? Here it is. Here she is. She also is a flying head. Just look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. How the fuck does someone like that find a family? Found a family? How the hell is their sex life? That's some creepy shit. But anyway, we indeed have Urprivilege. And he got stats to killing in a cult. His or hers or its persuasion is awful at this moment. But searching and preach. Oh yeah, that was the preaching and not a cult, so that won't do anything here. So let's see if I can find an enemy city somewhere to go and do a cult. Or maybe that. Killing in a cult. Yeah, let's send this monstrosity of God to do God's work. Good. The floating head will carry on the breeze through Europe and through the Andes. No, the Alps and into here. Good luck, monster. Also, now that we have 100 gold, we can build a temple for our stuff. So we just need to press this button and then we can get ourselves a temple. I don't know what that actually does. They give extra coin from the faithful and also bring more hope to the world. So that's something. It takes about a couple of months to build one of those. Also, apparently we're getting some sort of more influence here. I'm not sure what that means, because last time I didn't even have these things pop up until the second age. But now I have them already. I don't understand them that much. Oh, we did this. Perfect. Oh, what's wrong with you, mate? The floating head is starting to spaz out. What should you do? Apparently we lost the control of this town, but maybe we can make the monster to persuade nobles. Oh yes. Very compelling arguments you have there of your religion. Well, actually a floating giant head. I think that gives the most proof you would ever need in joining a cult. An actual floating head. This is the power of our god. Okay, who am I to deny that? A floating head talks to me. And everyone else can also see it. It's not a figment of my imagination. Yeah, I think that's a good enough proof. Someone died. Who is this? Who died where? Not you. A floating head died. What the hell? It had... Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Of course, yeah, people would maybe want to kill a floating head, but it had a high skill of killing. I would imagine that no one has 60 of killing to take that one out. But okay, we lost the amazing beast we had. So yeah, let's create another one. We have created another beast. Now we're after the final 4 turns of the age, of this first age, and I will show you those last few turns. And at the moment we have seen that one of the evil places of the world has just turned up and fucked up. Well, the only place it has been connected to is probably this town here, Obinx's town, and they got fucked up for that. But for us, our bachelor religion is going quite well. We have Carthage, and its sphere of influence has grown quite bigly. That's a word. And also we have Rome. We also get its influence to grow a little bit. We still haven't gotten anything up here. This is not an influential place. No, it's this right here, but we have kept building temples all the time here. And we have lost Alexandria to these bastards. It just keeps being both, either the Billy or the Badger cult. Nothing major going on. Can't do any spells yet. Oh, I did something. What the hell did I do? I clicked on some button and now I can't get rid of that. It's ugly. I don't want to see it. Well, I don't know how... Oh, we got this back. Woohoo. That's good. And that is still annoying me. War has broken out between Rome and Carthage. How the hell does that affect us, though? Because both of our religions are the same. Alright, at the moment, though, I don't actually care, because we are so far ahead. I don't even care that we don't... Idling. Oh, someone is idling. Why are you idling, bitch? Get us a fucking guy, if you're not doing anything. Good on you. So we're so far ahead. We have 171 hope, and the next guy has 29 hope. There's no way any of these guys are going to, you know, outlast us or win us in any way or shape or form. So if the first stage is ours pretty much, and we can just now click the button here and see what happens in the last month. Billy tries to curse us because everyone lost their hopes. The cult of Badger has brought the most hope into the entire world. And there we have it. Victory for the Badgers for the first stage by a significant amount. But the game gets harder after the first stage, so if you enjoy what you see and you like grand strategy games, you like the cults and occults, and the subject matter is interesting to you, you can give this a go. It's 30 euros, pounds, whatever it was. So I would presume that it would be better to wait for a sale when you pick this game up. Because the game is not for everyone for $30, euros, whatever. So wait for a sale and then go and check this out. Thank you for watching. Tune in for another Quickie look by subscribing to the channel below. This channel, the link is there below. And do all that stuff. Because why not? Have a good day. Ciao, ciao. Well, I fucked up. Apparently the world has been destroyed. Oh dear. I destroyed... The cult of Badgers are the destroyers of the world. Do not believe their lies.